I made this Facebook post. Hopefully everybody will be able to see it. So it's actually, let's do some housekeeping. This is Q&A, where if you have questions, drop them down below. I will answer them at the end. And then I'll usually bring a couple topics. This week, I actually have one topic on a Facebook post that I made regarding turning off Airbnb notifications, which we'll get into. Don't worry. Hold your horses. So that is Wednesday at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And then Friday at 1 o'clock, we'll do more of like an in-depth advanced training for kind of, next level hosts. That is what I'm calling office hours. So Wednesday, STR Q&A, drop your comments below. That is what we're doing now. And then Friday is going to be a little bit more advanced topic. All right, back to your regular scheduled programming. I made this post. Let me make sure I am on the right screen. Yes. Made this post, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. Best thing I've done in a while is to turn off my notifications for the My Tripify messages with guests. So this is Airbnb notifications, Verbo notifications on my phone. So none of those are actually getting pushed to my phone anymore. And the reason why I wanted to do this, and I actually got a lot of questions from this post, but also a lot of like, how did you do that? So I'll kind of explain the three things that I did and how you can do it as well. Surprise, it's not an overnight thing, and it takes time. It takes a lot of effort, intentional effort. So make sure you follow closely. Once again, drop your comments below if you have any, and let's get right into it. So the biggest thing I think here is setting yourself up for success. There are so many hosts out there that are just flying by the seat of their pants. They don't know what they're doing. They don't have any processes. They don't have any systems set up. It's just like when things happen, they do it at that time, which is a recipe for burnout. And I myself have burnout multiple times, multiple business, specifically this one. I've wanted to pull my hair out. I'm going gray. Like it is a real thing, especially in this industry that doesn't sleep. If you're a host, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you're just getting into it, I want to shoot you straight as well. So this has been probably 4 years in the making. We're at about 35, 40 properties, just to kind of give some context for people that haven't been following me for a while. We got a small property management here in Charlotte that we manage other investments for. We help them find, fund, and manage Airbnbs locally, cash flowing assets, at least 10%, 15% cash on cash return. That includes management and mortgage. If you want more info, just shoot me a DM. My handle's down here. So I want to get kind of back into this. This is nice. It's sexy. It's fun. It gets the people going, but it's not easy. And I want to kind of break it down as easy as possible for you guys here. So if you haven't been following my live streams weekly, let me make this a little bit bigger. I talked about. We had one of my students, Scott, mention what's the best things to give a VA. That was actually 2 weeks ago, since I was out of the country for a week. Top VA task for STR host. VA is just virtual assistant, which we'll talk about here in a second. But let me jump right into this. It looks like you can see it pretty well on the screen. So number one, I think it's the obvious, but I like to state the obvious because other people don't really tell you this. They just show you the sexy, the finish line, and don't actually show you what's actually needed to get this. Team is required. Team is the number one asset in any business. It is the people doing the work. Obviously, I'm big in sales and marketing, and I think that's the livelihood of any business, and it is the hardest thing of any business. But once you get good at it, it gets easier. But the back end team, the fulfillment team, it's not sales and marketing, it's the back end, the fulfillment, the operation side is required to do this well. So I think the biggest one is virtual assistants. That's how we've scaled. I would have hired VAs a lot sooner than I did. I think we hired our first one at maybe 10 properties. I would have done it at property 1 if I had to do it again. There's a whole kind of hiring process in our school community. I will drop the link in the comments below. If you're not in that, it's completely free. Go through it. There's 3 tiers of scale from what I've deemed. Haven't seen anywhere. It's just what we've kind of went through. Scale 1, scale 2, scale 3. Scale 1 is VAs. So that's kind of the first one. If you need VAs help, I've got a great connect with who we use for all of our VAs. Just once again, shoot me a message and I will hook you up. The second part of this is even if you have VAs, you have to have on-site helpers as well. Could be cleaners, could be handyman, could be inspectors. Those are the big 3, not in any particular order. Usually, cleaning goes to the cleaners. Any like functional things like doors broken, holes in walls, things like that, obviously goes to the handyman. Dishwasher's broken, that might go to appliance company, but that's like kind of tier 2. And then inspectors is like the random one-off things. Hey, I don't have enough toilet paper. I don't have enough. I saw a bug on the wall. The window wasn't closed. Like all these random things that you're going to get at enough guests. You're going to hear way too much of the crazy stuff. But you got to have VAs, 1, to answer the questions and troubleshoot remotely. SOPs definitely help here. We've got an SOP for literally almost everything. And then the on-site help. So the VAs need somebody to contact on-site because a virtual assistant means they are virtual and they're not probably living in your town. They can't drive to the property and fix the thing. So you need one. Can't have one without the other, but it makes more sense if you have a virtual person, having an on-site person for them to call and kind of fix the things. We also have like a tier level of issues. Like, okay, issue 1, try this. Issue 2, try this. Issue 3, try this. If none of those 3 work, then contact the on-site team. So team number 1, kind of to recap, that was weird. What are you doing, Notion? Team is obviously required. This is, do a whole nother video on that conversation for another day. Number 2 is Slack. So you have to have a method of communication. This is just madness. If you don't reel in your notifications and things like that with your owners or your guests, they're going to contact you all hours, all time, random questions. Give them a channel to contact you. For us, we are still battling this with owners specifically, where owners will text me, they'll text Riley, they'll text our company line, they'll email our company line, and it's chaos. And then they just get 3 different answers from 3 different people, and it's just wasting everybody's time. So we have set up a SOP of like how to contact us the most effective way. But for us internally, this is another way. Same thing. How to contact help when you need it. We are to a point where we've got 4 full-time virtual assistants, 3 full-time on-site people, not including cleaners or handyman. Those are just like our internal staff. So there's a lot of things happening, a lot of things flying around, and you got to have a mode for the communication and how you want to be communicated with. Me, I hate emails. I suck at emails. If you email me, don't expect a response back in a week. But if you Slack me, if you text me, that's the best way to get communicated with me. Me and my business partner, completely opposite. He loves email. He hates Slack. So if I need something from him, I'm just emailing him. And then if I need it urgently, I'm either Slacking or calling as a follow-up. Say, hey, can you divert 4 minutes to get this thing done? One caveat with Slack, I freaking love the tool because it's very powerful, enterprise level software, and we don't pay for it. It's free. Setting up specific Slack notifications. Once again, I have them set up. The only way I actually get a Slack notification on like a push notification on my phone is if somebody does @Caleb. That pushes to my phone direct. That's the only time I get notified, and it's few and far between now. It's usually when like something's on fire or something is like major wrong and they need some type of help. Usually this comes from our virtual assistants, but it also can come from like our area manager or one of our inspectors as well. So Slack, his best way to communicate. Once again, I have the specific Slack notification set up in my school community. That once again, the free course. If you don't, I just dropped a comment. Join there. It's completely free. If you watch it on replay, it should be in the message below. If you don't, I think I have the screenshot of the actual Slack notifications in there for you guys to take it and run with it. Step number 3, once again, if you have any questions, drop them down below. I will answer them specifically for turning off these notifications. Or can I make this a little? Yeah, there we go. Turning off your Airbnb notifications, or if there's any other short-term rental, Airbnb, investing type questions you have, I'll answer them here in a couple minutes. Number 3, I think this is probably the main unlock with having the ability and trust in the team, and trust like within myself that the team is gonna, it's very hard to let go from an owner's perspective. Very, very hard. If you know an owner, they're typically type A. They built this thing. It's got so much blood, sweat, and tears in it. They don't want to just give it to anybody to go and screw up. So a lot of owners are like, this is my baby. It's very, I've done a lot of reading and research to kind of segment that. My philosophy is if it's done 80% as well by someone else, that is a whole lot better than me doing it 100% is good. So number 3, SOPs. I preach about this a lot. If you don't know where to start in Notion. That is actually what I'm showing you here. Notion is a free tool. I don't know how much we pay for it, but it's super cheap. You can do it for 100% free. Do not use Google Docs. I love them. They are great to start, but they do not scale well. And the linking between articles, once you have like more than 20 articles, it's impossible to link everything. And then version control is an absolute nightmare. So if you take anything from today, start with Notion from the jump. We went from Google Docs to Notion, and it took way too long to get everything moved over. Just trust me on that one. So required as you scale. The SOPs. So this is, let me actually, standard operating procedures. So SOPs, I kind of gloss over that, just assuming that most people know. I should assume that most people do not know what that is. Required as you scale, but not needed to start. Let me explain. We had zero SOPs. Everything was here. Everything lived in my head. Once again, a lot of owners suffer from this. Get the stuff out of your head. Trust me. It will save you thousands of hours. I've probably saved thousands of hours of my time just getting everything. I can't even spell. Look at that. Can't even spell. So once again, I would have started, if I start from scratch, I would set up Notion, start documenting literally everything you do. So this is kind of my process, and I went through this last week in this training, but I'll kind of recap it here. I will typically do it. I will do the thing. I will screen record me doing the thing, and then talking through it like, okay, yep, I go here to do this. Early check-in, we go to Airbnb, change the reservation, change the check-in time, charge additional fee, yada, yada, yada. And then I will stop recording that video, and then I will put it in an Notion article, and then I will have the VA watch it 2 to 3 times, and then have them literally write out the steps so they can physically process it. So them like typing it out, them actually doing it is the best way to learn. Most people will learn by doing. This is a way to really hone that in. So once again, you do it, you have them watch you do it, have them do it the next time, and then document them doing it. And then there will be questions. Once again, should be probably a Slack thread with them moving forward from there. So that's kind of how to do the SOPs. Once again, if you want the full video, just go back to this 5.7 SDR Q&A. If you're on Facebook, YouTube, just scroll down a little bit. If you can't find it, just shoot me a message. I'll send you the direct link. Once again, it was free training. It was like 20 minutes, but it's very good. So this is something that is 100% absolutely needed as you kind of scale. If you don't have this, you will still be getting blown up. Instead of your guests blowing you up, it will be your team blowing you up for those same things. And over time, the more and more you do this, the less and less they blow you up because it should be documented, right? I always think about it as if I get a question, I should be able to go to a Notion article, an SOP, and send them the link to that article and have them be able to find the answer. That's like my goal for every question that I get in business is somebody asks, hey, how do you process early check-in again? I will literally go to our SOP, copy the link, share it with them. And then not only for them specifically, but like as things change, I forget how to do that. Like I probably haven't processed an early check-in. I don't know. It's probably been 3 years. And I probably couldn't tell you how to do an early check-in right now. Not to say that to brag, I just haven't had to do it. Our team handles all that. But the SOP is there if I ever were to need it. So let's say, who knows, something crazy happens and I'm the only one left in the business and I need to just check again. They want to check in at 1 o'clock and I need to process early check-in. I can go to our SOP, which I probably still have the Loom video in there from years and years ago. And then I can go and click the buttons. And then if something has changed or a little bit different or screenshot's outdated, I'll just update it, put it in the SOP, keep it moving. All right. What questions does everybody have? Let's see. Team, Slack, SOPs. Let's see. Was there any other good nuggets here? Ashley said, teach me your ways. Casey said, yes. Man, I got so many solid messages. I need to know what you're doing. This happened to be an accident a few weeks ago. It's been a godsend and haven't needed to turn it back on. That's awesome. I wonder if Josiah, like sometimes the notifications like turn off on accident or like you get logged out and none of the push notifications get to your phone. I've had that happen a couple of times. That's probably what Josiah mentioned here, but that's awesome. Super happy for you there. So I don't see any questions. So if you have any specific ones, reach out to me. I've got a log of content articles. If you have anything you need help with, shoot me a DM, and I will see you guys Friday. Peace.